All right.
So am I doing respecting each other's alone time if that's boring?
All right, well, do whatever you want.
How big the middleman can turn to $1 million?
Hello.
Shout out to the Left Twins.
My brothers.
Shout out.
My brothers.
Remember that moment?
What?
The LLC thing?
Oh, yeah.
This is what I'm saying. But, how big the middleman can turn to $1 million?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. We always talk about cutting out the middleman. A lot of people talk about that.
Yeah.
But we're becoming the middleman.
100%. We are the middleman. And don't say we. I've never said cut out the middleman.
Oh yeah, not we. But
yeah.
Like,
oh, just people in general.
It's been the same.
Yeah. Definitely a popular saying.
So, what? It's sort of complex, cause like.
Not necessarily.
Cause we cut. People say cut out the middleman, but we're coming the middleman. It's like has like a duality to it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because on one end, you can be vertically integrated, which means you own the process from point A to point Z, and there's no any middle between people in the process of you owning the business, which is true. However, on the opposite end of that, it's Amazon, it's a Verizon Wireless, it's a AT&T, it's a Sprint, it's a Walmart. Any of them type of companies where you get a product to your distribution or store, distribution center or store, to where you are selling products or making sure a product looks good for their brand and selling to a different customer, and you get a cut off that. When you think about Walmart sells literally everything. Amazon literally sells everything. Verizon, as far as communicative, telecommunications, and electronic base, they sell everything. So what they do is you get a partnership built between the two people, between the brand or a company, and you go, listen, I can market, I can distribute, I can make sure that your product gets out to a consumer to where it's going to get sold. Then what happens is when they see such a big chunk of product sold, you have no choice. Amazon is literally the biggest platform in the world, as far as from a middleman standpoint. You think I'm not gonna cut Amazon that little check to make sure that my product is on there as an asset, or as a form of revenue? Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it on that perspective. However, you may have a vertically integrated person who could be I don't know if you know who Derek Grace is, the guy with he has the tattoos on his face. He has a video game, and he also has a board game called In-Home Banking. It's basically like the financial literacy, gun control, making sure your kids learns a skill from the ground up, all those types of things. But long story short, you can talk about his story was where his partner, his kids, his all of his brands are vertically integrated. He owns and controls those brands from A to Z. Now, if he owns those parts of his process and brand from A to Z, he doesn't have to pay anybody. So if he doesn't have to pay anybody, I mean, he's saving money, and on top of that, he learned every different process. Now, with learning every different process, that means several more business entities / opportunities. Because now, if I learn, I'm making an in-home banking game, but I learn about a plug in China to where they know how to make these games. I can cut that middleman out. I know the process now. I can do this in the US. Yeah, it might cost me a little bit more to produce it myself. However, now it's me. I'm doing all the work. Now I can hire workers to do this, and they can make me 10 times more revenue or income for my company or my brand. So when you operate from the integrated vertically standpoint, You save a lot of money and you cut out the middleman to go, I can open more LLCs or corporations or business entities and scale out the brand that I founded. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's just capitalism.
Literally, that's it.
It's just capitalism.
Literally, that's just capitalism. And when you do that, you start to think about so many other things, man. A lot of people can get so caught up in the I'm the owner of things versus what makes sense for your brand or business. When you think about that question, everything falls in line by itself. You don't have to force it. So when you thinking about, okay, who's my manufacturer for my company, or who designs the products I have for my company, or what softwares or forms of things do I use for my company, you can have that one foot in. It's called infiltrating the system. It's a book that Nipsey read that was or a movie that he watched. I can't think of the name. It's the Stoop Best said by I forgot the name of it. But long story short, basically you infiltrate the system, which is the product or company that you're investing into. Mm-hmm. Once you invest in that company, you take whatever system or product that they have, and you go take it to your company and go, listen, this is what Amazon is using. Let's put it into our own words. Let's put it into our own type of vibe. And let's put it into the products and services that we offer to our customers. Now we are not the middleman. We are the man, or we are the company of the Midwest, or we are the company of the South. And when you do that, that's just capitalism and business intelligence that just keeps going and going and going. It's endless. So you mentioned my brothers, the Let twins. Chris came to me about, and I know he's not gonna care. He came to me about how to form an LLC. This is not for personal gain for myself. This is just me speaking my truths and my facts. My brother came to me about an LLC that he had a statutory agent forming. A statutory agent is someone who basically is the middleman for LLCs. So the guy that was doing his LLC was bullshitting with him for about a good 3.5 months. I remember Chris had called me in like March when I was about to form my company, and he was like, "Man, I'm doing let blueprint investments, and the guy that I usually work with for all my LLCs in the past, he hasn't, came through in a timely manner. He's being very vague about conversations or whatever the case may be, and when he does that, he basically says that the middleman is fucking with him. So when the middleman is fucking with him, he comes to me and basically goes, why is this taking so long? Like, why is this going on? And when that's going on, he basically says that, man, I need to find a faster way for me to form my LLC. And keep in mind that I'm not knowing that Chris doesn't know how to form an LLC. And forming an LLC, if you really know how to do it, it literally takes 5 to 10 minutes. So if it takes 5 to 10 minutes to form an LLC, and now you're putting not only your investment, but your business opportunity in the way of making money for your family, or making money for your legacy, why are you even going to that person? So what I did basically is, when I met up with Chris and I told him what he needed to do to start forming an LLC and how a LLC is formed, he took that idea and turned it into a business. It's a lot of people out here who don't know how to start an LLC or a business. Of course I'm gonna put my brother on. Of course I'm gonna tell him that, that's a thing that can help a lot of people out. Forget just getting money from it. It's something that can help a lot of people out. And when I taught him that, it showed me that knowledge produces infinite returns. You never have to depend on someone else to make your check. When you really put your sole focus into something, and you know how to leverage that in order to bring it to a marketplace and bring a value from your company, you will always win. You will always win, because I can guarantee you, in the city of Toledo specifically, It's a lot of people that don't know how to. It's a lot of people that don't know how to form an LLC. It's a lot of people that don't know how to form an EIN number. It's a lot of people that don't know how to form a business bank account. All those types of things. And when you find that need and go, okay, this is exactly what I need to do. I don't have to reveal the financials of my brother Chris Lett, but I can guarantee you they looking nice right now. So, yeah.